Hello and welcome back to Qlik Finance course. In that video we'll create calendar and accumulation calendar for our P&L app. Let's go to apps and copy our template L as usual and call it calendar load. Then we update the Qlik Send app, open template ETL, and let's name it calendar load. Then we go to load editor and create two variables as we made in the finance extraction. We add two variables: global load start equals 2010 12 01 and global load end, and it equals 2013 12 31. So it's our data that we have in finance load. Then let's create our calendar section, and we create our simple calendar. Let's call it calendar load, and we generate it from after generator. Let's call the column global load and start and minus global load start. Here we add +1, and in load we add the rec number plus global load start in dollar sign, and we add here single quotes. Then we add -1, and here we add our ID calendar. Let's save and load. Then we check our table in Table Inspector. So actually we don't hear the correct formatting, so let's use simple table to add date, or we actually can do that in script. So let's add here date just for tasting purposes. Yep. So we here have our first date. It's as we expect, it should be 2010 12 and 1. Yep. And here we can sorting, yes, and have 31 12 2013, which is great. So next let's add some fields to that. Let's add load nest statement. So here we have the first, it's a quarter, so it will be Q, and we can concatenate the tail of the months, number of months of calendar, and we delete it to 3. Divide to 3 and we call it quarter. Let's save. Let's add our calendar here too, and the third will be the year, so we have year. Then we need to make the start of the year, so we use year start, and we add here the calendar. So here we add year field. Then we use year months. So for year months, we just make the start of the month. So it's month start. And we use also the ID calendar. And we make the transformation to the date string. So we use year, 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 and months, months. Let's call it year, months. And let's make just date. So it's simple date to the ID calendar. Let's name it date. Then we have a week name, and it will be just calendar ID calendar. Let's name is year week, and simply we add the months. So it's a months of ID calendar, and let's call it month. Let's save and load the data. Go back to our inspector. Yeah, it looks nice. So we have all the fields: year, month, date, year, week, and months for our project. Next, we create the accumulation calendar. We need it to count their year to date and others expressions. So let's call it ec for accumulation, and we create here ec table. We use here their ID calendar, and we resident it from calendar load. And we make the join to the table just to multiply all the fields. We have load here, and we have here calendar, and add the field and call it calendar ec. Let's resident from the ec table, and for testing purpose, let's drop the calendar load. Okay, let's load the data and check what we have. So we have two fields, and we have a multiplied calendar accumulation. For next, what we need, let's create actually two filters, filter pane, and for first date we will be use date ID calendar, and for the next field we use ID accumulation. So let's make it also with date format. Okay, so what we need when we actually choose, for example, their 10 of their April, we need to only date that was previously that date. So we need to go back and we need to go back to load editor and add that statement. So let's make that table call accumulation table final. We have here load statement, and we add two fields, ID calendar, and second will be ID calendar accumulation. We make the table not contained. Then we resident from the accumulation table, and then we drop that accumulation table. Here we add where statement, and we need accumulation calendar more or equal ID calendar. So with this statement, we actually will have the accumulation. Let's load the data and check our result. So let's select the 10/5/2011, and we see that when we select the data, we actually select only previous date. So it works. Let's go to layout editor and add statement for calendar year, months, year to date. So it will be statement like that. If in year to date, so it's function that actually check that two dates are in the same year. So it's in calendar and calendar accumulation. Copy here and paste, and we add here 0, and if it's true, we just create month start from the calendar accumulation. So we add here month start, and we use ID calendar accumulation ID. So, and for the format, we add year and month. And if it's not, let's just make that field null. And let's call it year to months, year months, year to date. Okay, let's save and load that date. Okay, let's go to the calendar accumulation, and also let's create a new field here, and it will be year to months, year to date. So we can select 2011 12/1 and check which dates we actually select. So when we select year, month, year to date, we actually select year to date dates. So it works perfect. Let's store our table, accumulation table final, into lib load dim calendar, and let's call it accumulation load. It will be QVD file, use QVD here, and let's drop it. Let's copy that statement and also store our ordinary calendar. It's calendar load, and here we just delete accumulation. Let's save and load our data. Let's go back to our project and check that everything is correct and our dimensions are ready. Oh, here we have some mistake. We don't add folder, so let's delete it. And here we add the calendar folder. Let's copy here and let's copy here. Let's save and load again. Then we open our folder and it looks nice. We have two calendar, ordinary and calendar for accumulation, which we will use in the next video where we finish our P&L report. See you in the next video.